y'all? Smash Mouth Dipper back here for another video for y'all today. So, today is Saturday, so y'all should already know what we're doing, but if you don't know, we are doing Madden Saturday, and this week we are going to start it off with Draft Champions. So, since it is the first week, I'm going to go ahead and explain what Draft Champions is, or not explain what Draft Champions is, but explain how we're going to set it up. So this week we'll do Draft Champions number 1, and next week we'll do Ultimate Team number 1, and we will keep on swapping back and forth. Now, I already have a dip in, so if you got a dip, grab your dip. If you got a chew, get you a chew. If you don't dip, thumbs up to you anyway. Thanks for coming back to the video. I know some of y'all don't dip, and that's alright by me. So, let me explain. Y'all are probably sitting here like, your event progress, it already says 1 out of 4 wins. Well, you see what happened was, I had to go ahead and draft a team, and I had to go ahead and play the game, and it's not that I had to, it's because I already did the video, and I seen something on YouTube, and we'll get to that later on, but I seen something on YouTube that made me want to rethink the video, and I watched the video back. I always watch the videos after they're done being edited and everything like that, just to make sure everything's in place and everything looks nice. But I seen something on YouTube that made me want to redo it, and just the fact that I wasn't about to put that video out, even though we won the game 25-6, and it was fucking awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and go do the lineup with y'all, and pretty much instead of showing the picks that I made, which you'll still see the picks that I made, and you'll still get the explanation of why I picked these cards. And it would have been better if you could have seen my other options during the draft, but honestly, me doing the draft took about 2, 3, even 4 minutes, and it was just so boring to watch. So pretty much we'll just go ahead and go through the cards that I have picked. Starting off with the very first pick of the very first round, which it's not going to be like that in the entire time. And by the way, the coach that I picked was Pete Carroll, but the quarterback that I had picked was Brian Hoyer. And the reason why I picked Brian Hoyer is he's not that fast, but his awareness is super high. His throw power is pretty high, but not as high as I would like it to be. His throw accuracy, short, is pretty good. Medium is, again, not as high as I would like it to be, but for a 91 overall card, how much can I really ask? But his deep accuracy is not the greatest, but his play action is decent enough to the point where it'll work out for the scheme that I want to run, and the throw on the run is actually pretty good. And it's like his deep accuracy on the run is so much better than just his pocket passing, which made no sense to me whatsoever. Now, you move up, and we'll go over, matter of fact, and we will look at our running back. Danny Woodhead was actually the only running back that was an elite card that I was offered, so I picked Danny Woodhead simply because he was the only card that was offered. There was, so many other running backs I could think of, and so many different cards I could think of off the top of my head that I would much rather have, but Danny Woodhead, we don't run the ball that often anyway, so if I was offered a better corner or a better receiver with an elite athlete running back, I would honestly take the corner or receiver over a running back any day of the week, just simply because I don't like to run the ball. Now, for wide receiver, one position, we picked Chad Johnson. The reason why we picked Chad Johnson simply because it's fucking Chad Johnson. I mean, what else do you expect? He has 91 speed. He's explosive. He's fast. He accelerates quickly. His catching is 92. His elusiveness is 92. His spectacular catch is 93. His release is 90. His route running is 93. His catch in traffic isn't as high as I would want it to be, but he makes up in just speed. So there shouldn't be too many traffic situations that I should have to throw it to him. And his jumping is 92, which doesn't really affect anything for me. We also picked up Michael Floyd to run the wide receiver 4 slot, mostly because he's actually, his 86 overall card isn't the greatest, but it's not that bad either. Jordan Matthews, I didn't want to pick this card, but I was kind of forced into it. Kind of like the Michael Floyd card, is just the best pick and the best option. Also, like the Danny Woodhead card, it was just the best option that I had in that round, and that's what I chose. But at 88 speed, 86 catching, 75 elusiveness, 89 spectacular, 84 release, 88 route running, 89 catching traffic, and 87 jumping. He is a decent card. However, he is an Eagle, and we all know in the past 2 years the Philadelphia Eagles receivers cannot catch worth shit. But then we move over to Dez Bryant. 87 Dez Bryant. If you play Madden Ultimate Team, or you even, well, let's just stick with Ultimate Team. Um, if you played Ultimate Team when Madden first came out, I forget which week it was, but the Team of the Week card for Dez Bryant came out where he was an 87 overall, and it was towards the beginning of the season, and it was just one of the best wide receiver cards you could have. Now, it wasn't saying that he was a number one receiver at the time, but he played a big role in, I think, everybody's roster. So then you move up to your tight end position. We picked up Jason Witten simply because, again, I'm not a Cowboys fan and I don't really have any high respect for Jason Witten whatsoever. He's a decent receiver, or a decent tight end, but he's so slow. And usually slow tight ends make it up in blocking, but his blocking is just terrible. He has shitty blocking, but he also, on the bright side, he has high catching, a decent release, a decent route, and his catching traffic is just so high. And his spectacular catch for a tight end is pretty decent. Could be better. Then you move to the offensive line. Didn't have any offensive lineman options. Wasn't offered any linemen other than Donald Penn. 89 Donald Penn, left tackle. Not a bad card. I wish I would have had a better blindside blocker, but Donald Penn made the roster. Then we move on to the last aspect, which is our defense. Now we picked up Bowman as our 91 overall middle linebacker. Just an easy option, an easy pick. He's just a great middle linebacker, and he plays a big role in the NFL. However, I would like to see him play on a better team, but he made our roster anyways. So then you move over to our free safety position. We actually picked up two free safeties. We picked up Stephen Terrell, and we also picked up Earl Thomas III. Earl Thomas III, 90 overall card. It's just one of those cards that everybody wants to have, and it's Earl Thomas III. He's a great zone coverer. His tackling's not great, but he also plays safety. But as a safety position, I would like to see a better, just someone who can tackle better. But he's decent. He has decent speed playing safety position. The speed doesn't need to be that high as a corner does, but he can accelerate to his top speed very quickly. But his zone coverage is really good. Not the greatest, but at a 90 overall zone cover, that's not that bad. Then we move to our corner, 97 Richard Sherman. That was a no-brainer. It was the last round. You always get higher cards, like the best card possible in the last round, and you get three options, and it's usually the hardest round to pick between because it's like that's your last option, that's your last chance to pick a good player. Being offered 97 overall Richard Sherman was probably the best thing. That I was just so happy about it. And I mean, it's just a really good card. It was a late card. It was a card that just recently came out, I believe not too long ago. Maybe within the last couple months or so. Madden's been out for a while with the new one coming out. But as far as the Madden season goes, it's also been a while since I've played Madden. But I believe that this card is a newer card, and it's definitely a big impact. And playing that first game, I've really gotten to see how the team plays, and they play well together. The chemistry is definitely there, especially in the corner positions with Richard Sherman on one side, and then you have the Super Bowl 51 Jalen Collins at 90 overall. And Jalen Collins, let me tell you, he's fast, he's explosive. His zone's just right, and his man coverage is amazing. And he's just so fast and so quick and so elusive that everything just plays out well. So now we're going to go ahead and try and jump into a game, and hopefully we win again with a big lead. Hopefully we can make everything happen with an 84 overall team, 85 overall offense, and 84 overall defense. Now, saying that, that's actually not a very high overall. However, during the beginning of the season and when Madden first came out, it was great to have an overall like 84 or above, but it was very hard to get. Now that you have all the cards out, everything's on the table, now you're looking at, you know, you could have a much better overall. But again, you only get 15 picks, and there's a 22 man, I mean, there's 22 players that are number one. So it's a long shot. It really is, but you try to work with it. But with Madden 18 coming out in August, which I'm very excited for, and I hope you guys are excited to see it, we'll just have to see what happens.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a draft.
So let's see what kind of players. See, there he goes. 97 Amari Cooper, 94 LaDainian Tomlinson. I didn't see the third one, but just alone, I know he's going to run the ball. If you're picking up LT and you're not running the ball, I don't know what you're doing.
Let's roll.
We'll go ahead and receive the first, which I'm not happy about. This is the second time this happened. Luckily, last game we had such an explosive start and such a tremendous lead that it didn't matter at halftime. But when somebody's running the ball, I'm not that great at covering the run game. I'm not gonna lie. It could be better.
Two teams here amped and ready for football. And
the goal here is to win the game and hopefully make him quit.
This is taken at his
See if we can get a good first.
He can't bring him down.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
It's a decent little return. I mean, on 32-yard line, I can't really complain too much. Who's your coach? I don't even know who that is. See what we can get off this first drive here.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Hoyer.
Oh no.
First pass is incomplete. Jason Whitney intended target.
Okay, right off the bat we have an incompletion, and I can tell right off the bat again that his defense is going to be so much better than the original person that we had played.
That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried.
I wish he would have thrown the... I don't even know what the fuck happened there. I wish he would have thrown the ball. That's what I was trying to get to, was I was really hoping he was going to throw the football. So let's see. And this is just going to be a shit show. We're going to go ahead and punt on 4th and long. Hopefully see something better happen. I doubt it. I really do.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
Maybe we can play better defense. Maybe we can hold this game to a tight game, even with a shitty first drive.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will
so
take over.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was explaining Monday and how Monday is going to work with my team on NBA 2K17. I have announced officially that instead of just doing a random video on Monday, I actually want to make it a set thing, and I would like to do NBA 2K17 my team. Now it is the weekend, and so this weekend I am hopefully, since I'm not working or anything like that, hopefully this weekend I can get my team started on 2K17. I'm new to it, and I never really played my team. I played it, you know, I just barely touched the surface of it on NBA 2K16, and I believe possibly as well on I said 17. 15. I think they had a My Team on 15. But I barely have scratched the surface. Playing My Team, I've never really been that into it, but I am a huge fan of Ultimate Team. I'm always looking to see new features on Ultimate Team, and Ultimate Team has not let me down since it's... Okay, that's some Madden bullshit right there. Madden Ultimate Team, I started playing when the very first season back in 2000, Madden 11, and I've loved Madden Ultimate Team since that day, and I've had some really good teams. Madden 12 was actually, between Madden 12 and Madden 13, those were probably my best seasons of having a team. I just had a lot of time to play, and I had a really big understanding how to make coins really fast and how to compete very well in 12 and 13. And I had 99 overall teams both of those years. And Madden 12, I'll never forget having Barry Sanders and Peyton Manning at quarterback. And it was just, I could just remember those players very well because it was just that year. Along with also Madden 16, I had a really good Ultimate Team. I will never forget Amari Cooper, how good of a receiver Amari Cooper was, and just using the cheese play of throw it up to Amari Cooper and just use an aggressive catch every single time, and Amari Cooper is going to bring that ball down without a doubt, and I cannot believe he threw that in between two people. But yeah, I'm going to try and get My Team running. It's going to kind of work like this. It's just going to basically just be a live gameplay. And I'll go over my lineup real quick and just kind of explain and probably yell and get mad and get upset about it the entire time, which will probably be more hilarious afterwards than actually playing this. I'm probably going to get upset really quickly. I'm kind of a sore loser when it comes to playing a sports game, especially when the game does stupid shit like it's been doing in this game so far. At least I'm not the only one getting fucked. But then the next thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is, this is the dreaded part of this entire video that I should not have to be making, but Realtree Boys, as y'all know, I've been making a couple of videos. I've made 2 videos so far about him, and oh no, I just want to go ahead and start off by saying, Realtree Boys, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I don't understand why in your head did you think it was a good idea? Well, let's start from the beginning. You made an apology video specifically to my name, which, you know, I had said, and I said I didn't want a reaction out of you, or I want an apology video. You decided to go the apology route, which was honestly, you know, in your best desire, it was probably the smartest thing that you could do. But then you make another video that was longer. Okay. You make that next video, which was an apology to Chase Dips and American Stuff and me again. And then let's just talk about a couple of things that you said in that video. Now, you made the apology and you admitted to being a liar, and I just got fucked. You admitted to lying. You admitted to saying false statements and just not being yourself whatsoever at all. And then on top of that, to make it even worse, or to make it better for yourself, honestly, that video was actually, you know, well, before I even say that, you said that, and here's my main point right here, and if you delete the video, then, I mean, go for it, but, I mean, it's nothing new. That's what you always do. You never want the proof to get out there. You never want factual things to be said, and that's the 2 statements that you made in that video that were, or the one statement that you made in that video was that you were talking shit. You talked shit about Dylan's dad, which is American Stuff, talked shit about him, and talked shit about me, and you admitted to talking shit about people in the military and just disrespecting United States Army veterans who have served your country, who have served you, and have both indeed been overseas and seen other countries like Afghanistan. So then you move on to your next point in the next video where you fuck the whole thing up. Now, I told you in the Skype call the night that you posted the videos, or the night before even, I forget exactly how that went. Oh, that's a nice play. That's a nice play. I had stated that if you were going to make a bullshit apology, don't waste your time, because I'm not going to accept it. And that's kind of where we sit. Now, the first one, are you fucking me? I told you if it was bullshit, I would see right through it. Now, the first video you made specifically to me was really short, and it really didn't even scratch the surface at all about anything, period. And I'm not even pissed off. I mean, I'm trying to talk to you specifically right now, and along with put out the factual statements to everybody else about the entire situation. So then you get to the next point of, the first video was kind of bullshit, and I just wasn't having it. Now then I watched the second one, and you started talking a little bit about yourself, and you started saying some things, and I started feeling for you a little bit, and then you admitted to everything that you've done and everything that you've said, and all was going good for you. So while everything was going good for you, you were making very good statements, and you were apologizing and starting to, I was starting to think that maybe you're starting, that's bullshit, maybe you were starting to realize what you were doing wrong, and that you were wrong, and you were starting to take a step in the correct direction, and you were getting back on track. And I won't lie, I kind of fell for that one. I was ready to get on here and make a video to not even apologize, just simply state that I was going to accept the apology and move forward. Now, then I got to the last part of the video, and when that video ended, another video popped up, and it said "fuck all the haters." Now, I was kind of confused in this statement, and I was like, well, maybe you're getting a lot of hate on your channel, maybe you're just putting it out to them. Maybe you're just putting it out to them, maybe you're just making a statement to them, and that's a whole nother thing. But then you come out and say American Snuff, and you say Chase Dips, and you say everybody else, after admitting that you were wrong, and admitting that you were just simply jealous of what everybody else had, if it was 100 subscribers, 200, or even 2,000 or 3,000. So then you move on to the point of going backwards again by making "fuck all the haters" video. Now, why you made that video, I don't know. I don't know why you would make that video. I don't know if somebody said something to you or what it was, but then you're going to pointlessly make that video and come out and say a bunch of stupid shit, and then get upset and say some false statements. Like usual, you went back to your same ways. You went back to copyrighted intros and stuff like that, and you were doing good, and you were going in the right direction. From 2 videos, I seen a bright light at the end of the tunnel, and you were taking steps in the correct direction for a while. Oh yeah, that's a touchdown. Get out of here. That's why I picked up. That's why I chose him. But yeah, you were going in some good directions, and you were starting to really restart and go in the right direction for a bright future on YouTube, and then you make that stupid ass video, and you just put yourself, you went about 5 steps forward and took 10 steps back, and I can't wrap my head around why you would fuck yourself like that. You know, the whole thing was dying out and you were doing good, and you know, I was starting to feel for you a little bit. I was going to let it go. I was going to accept your apology, and then you come out with some shit like that. So then you state that, you know, you have family in the military, you have an uncle and a cousin in the military, and you've had other family members or whatever in the Army, and then you say that you've never disrespected military. You've never disrespected people in the military, which was a false statement. You went back to bullshitting and lying. And in the previous video before that, you admitted that you were doing that, and then you go backwards, and you see. You kind of see like a cycle that you're going through. Like, are you not thinking before you upload, or what is going on in your head mentally that you think it is a good idea to make statements like that and to lie and to just go backwards? Like, why? You already have the proof out on another video, and whoever's seen that video, and you know, the people that actually watch your videos, they've already seen it. So they've already seen right through the lies. And it just, it makes no sense. Like, what the fuck did I tell you? What did I tell you in that Skype call? I told you to restart. I told you to get good. And I told you to just throw all the bullshit away. Oh yeah, that's a pick. Is that a pick six? No way. Oh no, I know it. I know it's too good to be true. But yeah, you just continue to go backwards, and you continue to take steps backwards in the wrong direction, and you're never going to go anywhere.
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3
oh no,
that you just
you're never going to get anywhere pulling the bullshit that you're pulling. Now, I never said anything to you, so I'm not really sure. And I'm not really positive anybody said anything to you. But for whatever reason, you just think, like, I don't understand if you're like, I just don't get what is going on in your head that anything that you're doing is a good idea. Like, nothing's making sense. You're lying, you're bullshitting, you're just doing all the things that you were doing before that you already knew you were wrong for doing, and you're doing them again.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once.
It's just not making any sense to me. I don't understand why you're doing it to yourself, and that's all you're doing it specifically to yourself. Nobody's forcing you to do these things, and you're mad, like you're aggravated, you're mad, and you're pissed off about being stuck at a certain amount of subscribers. Now, me being, I'm, you know, not at 2,000 or 3,000, but I have a pretty decently built channel. You know, I'd have more subscribers if I would, let's say, upload more, which I'm doing now. And I'm trying to rebuild my channel even higher. Now, there was a time that I was stuck at 25 subscribers at one point, and I was stuck there for months. I never even got one new subscriber for 3 months. And then out of nowhere, I kept uploading good content, and I kept trying to be a part of the community, and the connection to my peer has been lost. That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. I didn't lose Wi-Fi connection. Hopefully that's a free win on our part. While we get this figured out, but no. Hold on a minute. We'll go back to that topic in a second here. That's a loss? Are you fucking me? That's a loss. How is that a loss? I got a head-to-head pack, but I mean, it's fucking... Yeah, silver, bronze, and another silver, so that's fucking bullshit. We're gonna go ahead and sell all 3 of these players because it's fucking retarded, and I don't want them. I made like 250 coins off of that. That was pretty much all it was written. Also, the other thing is I have ranked draft and I want to do ranked draft. The only reason why I'm not doing it is because apparently at some point in time I've already started one and never finished it off, and I only have 1 ticket remaining, and it requires 3 tickets to compete in the ranked draft, which is why I'm not doing it, and I'm doing unranked right now. But back to the subject is I was stuck at, for the longest time I was stuck at, what was it, 25 subscribers for about 3 months, and then out of nowhere I just kept on uploading, like I said, and I just got involved, and next thing I know I had 40 subscribers, and then I was stuck at 40 for another tremendously long time. It was a good 5 months that I was stuck in between 40, and I got like maybe 45 in a 5-month period. I got 5 extra subscribers in 5 months, and then I was stuck there, and then out of nowhere again I just kept on uploading, and then I hit 70 subscribers, and then I did the Skull Wintergreen full can challenge, and I hit 70, and I did that 70 subscriber challenge, and from that 70 subscribers I hit 90, and then I was at 90, and then I was at 90, and after I hit the 90 mark, it was easy money from there. It was just subscriber after subscriber all the way up to 120, and then I hit 130, and I was stuck at 130, and then I just kind of fell off the map. I was moving and getting things together, and I just had a whole bunch of things going on, and I came back, and when I came back now, I had 130 subscribers when I started, not even a couple days ago, and now that I'm uploading videos again and making better content and doing what I enjoy to do and just having fun and being enthusiastic about it, I've hit almost 150, and I've gained about 14 subscribers in the past week. Now, that being said, you're not enthusiastic when you make videos. You're not being entertaining at all. You're just fucking saying stupid shit, and you're not really taking your channel anywhere, and that's the problem. You fucked yourself, and that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Now, the last couple things since that game did end, the last couple things I did want to talk about is the stream stuff. A couple people have been asking me about the stream. I will be doing a stream eventually. I will announce every time I do a stream. I'll announce it a day or so before, just to give y'all some time to go check it out. All my streams will be directly on the channel. You can go look at the channel. It'll be live on YouTube on the channel, and on top of that, it will be, I just want to get a couple more loyal viewers, people that are going to actually watch the stream, because I don't want to do 3 hours of a stream and then fucking have 1 viewer the entire time, and 1 viewer that is probably not even y'all, and then on top of that somebody that, you know, just no comments or anything. And that's the thing about the stream, I want to have comments and stuff like that. I would also like to do a Q&A video in the near future, so if you can leave questions down below, ask as many questions as you want, and if you support the Q&A video, whoever has the best question, I will pick out of all the questions which question that I like the most, not to belittle any of your questions like they're not worth anything. Every question counts, every question matters. I'd like to get a total of 20, and the best question that I pick out of that will get a I'll recognize you in a video, and then you will leave a comment in that video of either your Snapchat, your Instagram, your YouTube, anything you want, and I'll give you a free shout out, just to kind of do a kind of a give back kind of thing. I want to give back to y'all. So I'd like to get 20 questions. Just start dropping questions below. Any question you want, and I will try to answer it in a video. I'd like to gather 20 questions and make a very first Q&A video. Schedule may be tweaked a little bit. Things might change around. I might drop some things and I might add a few things or something like that. I don't know. If I don't say anything else about it, then just know that the schedule will be the same. We make videos Monday, Tuesday, no video on Wednesday, video on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and no video on Sunday. And when we hit 200 subscribers, we will be doing a video every single day. And then if we hit 500 subs, then we will do 2 videos every day. 2 videos, 2 uploads a day, 7 days a week. But other than that, if we can hit 5 likes on this video and we get 2 new subscribers, that'd be amazing. This is Smash Mouth Dipper. Remember, if you ain't dipping, you're tripping. And I'll see you on the next video. Y'all be safe.